Yo, what up? It's your boy Hack to the Teck, to the get that checky check to the check. So, so what's going on with that Diddy trial? That Diddy trial is going buck wild. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? I was watching some girl talk about it. You know what I mean? This chick right here. Hold up.
Driscoll is this lawyer where his mind, he knows he knows all the law like canon, okay? Every time he opens his mouth, I'm like, oh my God, because he's going to be right. He's so annoying because he knows all the details, and guess what? He's always right, okay? Driscoll comes in, but Driscoll looks worried. Xavier comes in. All of the lawyers are like looking around, okay? They're all huddling. They're all looking through stuff, blah, 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 blah. Diddy comes out the back, okay? And there was one time where he got bought out the back and all you heard was like a toilet flushing, and then he came out like wiping his hands. I was like, okay, fine, whatever. I don't want to know. Oddly enough, this is after he watched the freak-off tape. I noticed that every time Diddy watches freak-off tapes, this is in the past, his trips to the bathroom kept increasing. It was odd, but it doesn't matter, okay? So Diddy comes and he sits down, right? And then they bring the note that the jury wrote, and it's written on a piece of paper. Nobody knows what's on the note, okay? So they're passing the note around. When Diddy's team saw the note, it was just like, I felt like it was that Nicki Minaj video where it's like, they were just going like crazy. They were in powwows. They were in straight up powwows. First of all, it was Esteban, Mark Agnafilio, Xavier, and Brian. They were huddled. Then
I don't know what's going on with that. I don't know. I guess they're talking about a mistrial. Praying for a mistrial. They praying for a mistrial. I don't know. Mistrial. Hey yo, I'm trying to build a castle. Organized time, organized crime, time is money. Hustle nickels are vital. Cassettes and dimes and the cities are 20. Whatever. Anyway, so my video today is still about the Nas and the Jim Jones situation. Now check it out. I thought about something. Joe and Jada are geniuses. Now let me tell you why. And I'm gonna explain why. They're geniuses. All right? Now, they brought up Jim Jones. All right, so the person, like, in the interview, Jim Jones was saying, I'm making Nas go viral. He's never been going viral like this. It's not you, Jim Jones. It's Joe and Jada. Joe and Jada are the ones making y'all go viral. You know what I mean? Think about it. Listen. Just the other day, I mean, I was driving, and people playing that first Nas album in their car. You know, I haven't heard people play that in their car in a long time. Bam, 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 bam. It ain't hard to tell. I excel, then prevail. The mic is contacted, I attract clientele. You know what I mean? Yo, That was crazy. You know what I mean? So what they did is a genius move to 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 get to make Nas go viral without Jim Jones even knowing. You know what I mean? Jim Jones is making Nas go viral without him even wanting him to go viral. You know what I'm saying? Like, he don't even want to talk about Nas because him and Nas always had feud. A little, you know what I'm saying? A little feud together. Against each other, I mean. You know what I mean? So freaking Joe and Jada are the real ones that are making you know what I mean? Everybody blaming Jim Jones, man. Everybody on Jim Jones case. Meanwhile, Joe and Jada are the ones that brought him up. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? They're the ones that brought him up. They're the ones that brought him up. Like, everybody blaming Jim Jones. Meanwhile, he just, you know what I mean? And they brought him up because they know Jim Jones, he's a talker. He's a talker. He's going to talk. He's going to talk and he's going to be like, you know what? I'm better than Nas. You could check my blah, blah, blah. You could check this and that. I'll go again. And he been saying he wanted to go against Styles P. He'll go against anybody. He'll go against this person and that person. So Joe and Jada, you know, they came together and they were like, yo, let's set it up so he could talk about, you know what I'm saying? And boom, yo, I've been hearing people bumping Nas on the street. You know what I'm saying? Just like back in 94. You know what I'm saying? Back in 94 when I was like 4, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Coming out of McDonald's, it ain't hard to tell. I excel, then prevail. The mic is contacted, I attract clientele. Breathing the sniper's breath. So analyze me, surprise me, but can't magnetize me. Woo! You know what I'm saying? So yeah, and I seen Nori on the Breakfast Club. You know what I mean? The youth, I mean, it's not really. I mean, Jim Jones is doing this thing, right? He's doing this thing. He's still hitting. The music's still good. He's doing it by himself. You know what I'm saying? He's finally doing it by himself. You heard? But who's the first one to do it by himself? It was Nas. Nas was the first one to do it by himself. He even said it on that song. Got myself a gun. Got myself a gun. You know what I mean? He said it on my first album. I had no big guest appearances, and he really didn't, because AZ wasn't even big at the time. You know what I mean? AZ wasn't big. I mean, not even Nas was big at the time until those songs came out. You know what I mean? So freaking, he had no famous guest appearances at the time because AZ wasn't even famous yet. You know what I mean? So freaking, so yeah. It's like Nas was really, you know, like he did it himself. His first album was by himself. You know what I'm saying? He did it himself. So when, no disrespect to Wu-Tang or RZA, I love them. That's my first choice all the time. But Jizza always had the Wu. The Wu. Can I get a suit? But Nas, he always was the one-man army. You know how like ODB always said, the one-man army a song. Nas is the real one-man army. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's the one-man army. Like, when he came out with that Illmatic, that was it. You know what I'm saying? And still to this day, he's still a one-man army beast. And, oh, please, please. I mean, shout out to Jim Jones. I like Jim Jones a lot. But, please, let's stop comparing. Let's stop talking about this Nas and Jim Jones stuff, because we cannot compare the two. Even he said it himself. Let's just stop this. He's not even the one that brought it up. It was Joe and Jada that brought it up in their show. You know what I mean? Because some people compared him to Nas or something like that. A kid compared him to Nas or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And then Jim Jones was like, you know what I'm saying? How can you compare him? How can you compare him to Nas when he's still doing well? If you go to Spotify and if you go check the statistics or whatever's going on out there, Nas is definitely on top, but it's not even about that, right? It's not about that. You know what I mean? It's really not. It's not about that. We don't want Nas and Jim Jones beef. You know what I mean? They already had problems in the past. Facts. They had problems in the past. You know what I'm saying? And freaking it never turned out good for whoever came at Nas, because Nas, he basically ethered everybody. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? And plus he's down with the Wu. He's always been down with the Wu. Matter of fact, he part of the Wu. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? He part of the Wu. I can tell you this much. Nas, Mobb Deep, Redman, all them dudes was like an extended family of the Wu-Tang. You know what I'm saying? Facts. Now, Jim Jones, you know what I'm saying? He has Stack Bundles, Max B, French Montana, a bunch of dope rappers with a lot of potential. Now, French Montana went his own way. He blew up his own way. Max B, he went to jail, unfortunately. Hopefully he gets out soon. Ching's Drugs, rest in peace. You know, and who's the other one? Who's the other one I mentioned? You know what I mean? There was one more I mentioned. There was one more. Oh, Stack Bundles. Rest in peace too. You know what I mean? No, he had these dudes, but what happened to he could have had a crazy team around him that would have slaughtered. He could have had a Wu-Tang around him. You know what I'm saying? But what happened? But I ain't gonna lie. Right now, Jim Jones is a one-man army. A song. I never been tucking out. I keep MCs looking out. I drop slangs like girls be dropping babies. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I mean, yo, shout out to both of them, Nas and Jim Jones, because they both are legends regardless. You know what I mean? I mean, Jim Jones is a part of a legendary group, Dipset. You know what I mean? He's going through it right now because his boys his boys not sticking with him, Cameron. You know? Cameron and him are like, I feel for you. You know what I mean? He's pissed off. You know what I mean? And he's just going on the internet, just talking. You know what I mean? You know, sometimes when I see bands split up like that, it make me not feel good. Cause look at Wu-Tang. Have they ever split up? They never split up. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Facts. You know what I mean? Shout out to Wu-Tang. You know what I mean? Hopefully everybody going to those concerts. Probably popping. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, son? Anyway, like I said, yo, I'm telling you right now, Joe and Jada did a ill move by inviting Jim Jones to the podcast and making Nas go viral. You know what I mean? Shout out to them because, yo, I'm hearing people playing Nas. I'm not hearing Jim Jones in nobody's car. I was just driving. I was hearing people playing Nas all over Queens, all over Brooklyn. You know what I mean? Shoot, they probably playing Nas in Harlem. Anyway, shout out to everybody watching. You know what I'm saying? It's your boy Hack to the Teck to get that check. You know what I'm saying? Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and clean your underwear. You heard? Yeah. You know what I mean? Yo. This Diddy-ish is wild. It's wild, son. It's wild. It's wild. This Diddy trial is wild. They're saying it's like a mistrial going on. So you know what's gonna happen? He probably gonna get a bond, and he probably gonna have to go back to doing another trial, right? You know what I mean? Because you heard that girl talking. You know what I mean? Shout out to her. I just started following her. You know what I'm saying? She was at the court all day, son. Facts. You know what I mean? Shout out to her, son. Follow her. What's her name? Tessa Tells. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to her. Tessa Tells. You know what I'm saying? Heck, Teck don't tell. I don't tell. I won't go to no court, son. You know what I'm saying? I don't tell. I don't care about no court situations. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm not a teller. You know what I'm saying? I'm a seller. You know what I'm saying? Seller, dweller, fella. Yeah, good fella. Like that. Movie, son, I'm groovy. Yeah. Yo, it's your boy Hack, yo. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. It's your boy, yo. Yeah, 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 yeah.